So here's my problem with our episode today.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
Let's lead with solutions, not problems.
My problem is, as you know, and other viewers might know this as well, I don't wear a lot of white. I usually wear black.
It's a perfect day for it.
Dark colors. And I bought this yesterday and I've already got 2 stains on it. And I don't even know where that one came from. So you're going to see a lot of me like doing like this.
Yeah, it's not a great day. But you know what? I appreciate your courage.
Yes, well, that's if we don't have our courage, what do we have?
This is The Naturalist. In every episode, we're covering the products, ideas, and trends that are shaping the CPG industry.
Or that we just really like.
Okay, well, what an episode it's going to be.
Yes, and if you aren't watching and you thought I maybe was talking about tomato sauce. No.
If you aren't watching, you won't hear this.
No, they could be listening to just the podcast. Right, if you aren't watching the
Very, yeah, jokes on me.
Right. You might think we're talking about tomato sauce and my white. Yeah, that would really be a disaster. But no, we're talking about RTD beverages.
Yeah, or any condiments. That would be bad.
Yeah,
but no
condiments.
Ready to drink beverages. So many fun things happening in the healthy beverage category. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16 beverages at least here in
and some of them are non-alcoholic mocktails. Some of them are just really healthy versions of flavored waters or colas. Yes. Some of them are functional beverages with added benefits, ingredients, superfoods, adaptogens, all that good stuff. So we've got really a mélange of beverages.
Ooh, look at you.
I hope I used that right.
And none of them are Ted Seegers because we didn't have any samples of that here. But I am really excited. So I just got off the phone with Aaron Weekly, who's one of the founders of Ted Seegers, along with Dax Shepard.
His best friend.
His best friend since they were like 9 years old. And they both struggled with addiction and are now sober. And they launched Ted Seegers because they just really wanted a delicious kind of Pilsner style beer that they could drink. And they went on this journey to create it for themselves and now have brought it to market. And I'm so excited because they're going to be speaking at State of Natural at Expo West on Wednesday morning. That starts at 8:30 a.m. and we'll be sitting down with them.
And let's just be honest, who is the most excited about this?
This one, it's pretty excited about it because you have some there's some common
I'm
ground
also
there.
from Michigan, same area, same age, and I love the podcast Armchair Expert. I'm a huge fan, so I'm really excited about this.
It's my second favorite podcast.
Mine too.
All right, so we wanted to just try some of these because we got tons of great products during the NEXTYs. We've just had tons of them coming through our New Hope doors over the course of the year. We'll see a lot at Expo. We have a wellness beverage pavilion for the first time.
In All D, I believe.
Yeah, so we wanted to try some of these, sip some of these sippers.
Yeah, and I will say, just kind of leading into this, I was so incredibly impressed by the quality of the beverage submissions this year. I mean, they're always great. But in the beverage category, where I think we had 6 or 7 finalists, the finalists were announced on February 12th on newhope.com.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats. There were so many organic beverages, which I think is really great just to see the organic seal kind of infiltrate the entire beverage industry and not just, be on a small side. Somebody said a couple of years ago, really that should be the benchmark for new RTD beverages in our space. So I really appreciated all of the clean ingredients, the organic label, and just the incredible flavor profiles.
So delicious.
Yeah, so good.
Okay, well, we're going to try them. We're going to talk about them.
Should we start this one, or you got super excited when I showed you this one?
Yes, I was like, I snuck that one in there.
So this is Fresh Fizz Soda Sparkling Jalapeño Limeade. This brand is organic, and they're really fun because their ingredients are all like real food ingredients, really short lists. One of them, the finalist was a lemonade, a minty sparkling lemonade.
Which was so good. And it just tasted like a really delicious natural soda. And they're sweetened. I think all of their products are sweetened with honey. So just getting back to like a whole sweetener, and I think a whole real food sweetener is going to be definitely the future in a lot of ways, especially for people that are still open to having some sugar in their diet but want it from a more wholesome source. So.
And this is just water, lime juice, honey, and jalapeno.
And so not specifically an NA drink, but it does remind me of a Moscow Mule.
Ooh.
Like a spicy mule.
Cheers.
We can make eye contact on everyone.
I don't think we have to.
Awkward.
Oh my gosh,
that's
so good.
It's so good. It's so light and refreshing and only a little bit spicy.
Yeah. One of my biggest complaints, you just mentioned sugar. One of my biggest complaints with RTD beverages is just the overly sweet, whether it's regular sugar or erythritol, monk fruit, stevia.
Yeah.
So I'm really appreciating these beverages that are leaning into either natural sugars or just, natural sugar, but just less of it.
I like honey. I do like honey.
I do too.
The sort of understated sweetener of the year.
Well, and also from this same brand, I haven't tried this one yet. This looks kind of cool. It's a date cola. So that's kind of going towards those fruit sweeteners. So this is orange juice, date syrup, lemon juice, spices, orange peel.
And I noticed this and that just has 60 calories. So good on the calorie count. And how much?
See? White shirt, save, big save. Okay, date cola.
Okay.
No, I like it. The cola taste kind of slides in at the end.
Yeah. You got like a hint of spice and like those spices.
All the spice.
I think with both of these, like subtle, which I appreciate. So,
and we have seen so many beverage brands either starting or moving into the soda, better for you soda space. And so, for example, NIXTY, the sparkling water, they have a cola this year. This is a great cola, kind of healthy cola substitute or alternative.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's like probably a shift that we're seeing because I've experienced it. I love sparkling water, but sometimes I do want something that's a little more soda reminiscent.
I love that.
Like earlier I call sparkling water soda because I kind of want it to become that, like manifest.
Well, I'm from Michigan, like, Dax and Aaron, and we say pop in Michigan. So, some date pop.
And USDA organic.
Yeah. So great company. I didn't know their products at all before now. And now I'm a huge fan.
Love the branding. Really like the products. Okay.
What are we going to try next? How about NIRA? This is a really fun one.
I like this one in the NEXTYs. It definitely got a lot of conversations going because of the unique ingredient that they use.
Yeah, so they ferment, what they're calling it, I believe they call it coconut.
Nectar?
Well, are they calling it nectar or blossom nectar? Coconut blossom nectar. So, and they actually ferment it themselves. So I think that's really cool. And that, of course, it is organic. And that kind of course, we're seeing ferments being really big across categories.
Yeah. And so they tout the prebiotics and postbiotics in the product. So we're seeing more of that like total picture of it's not just about the pre, it's also the post. Do we have pre and post? Is that right?
This is one of those episodes.
Let's not forget about the
where I should have brought my glasses.
No, I've just ditched the pro.
Have you ever seen me in glasses?
Pro and post. This one doesn't have pre, but it has probiotic, postbiotic. Yeah, it's not there's a lot of fine print going on today.
A lot.
But one thing that was really fun about them that I think Doug was talking about in the NEXTYs is they are like hardcore fermenters.
Yes.
That's what they're passionate about. That's what they really like built this whole company on, and then telling that ingredient story. And it's good.
It's really good. And again, it doesn't have the flavor is cherry vanilla, but it doesn't have this overtly sweet, cloying flavor.
It's a weird smell though, I gotta say.
It's the ferments. I really like it actually. I'm doubling down. Yeah, it's a different smell if you're not. I drink pickle juice. And
I love pickle juice. Oh, Speaking of which, I'll let you know how it goes in a couple of days. I've been building up to this moment. I'm going to try my first NA dirty martini.
Ooh, okay. So what are you putting in that?
So I think I'm going to do an NA gin probably, even though I historically have liked vodka martinis, but now that I'm switching to NA, I think gin might be a little more kind of complex. And then briny. I want all things briny. So we're going to have the olive juice. We're going to put some banana pepper brine in there, and then blue cheese and a little bit of cracked black pepper.
Blue cheese.
Yeah. Well, the blue cheese and the olives, but I don't like the pre-stuffed ones because I get like botulism vibes. I want them to be stuffed, but I'm going to have Mickey's stuffed.
Your minions. Just stuff those.
Stuffing the slice for stuffed olives. I want you in the back of the kitchen stuffing these olives. So we'll see how it goes.
So, we have this really great smoky jalapeno sauerkraut from Cinto that nominated to the NEXTYs.
Yeah.
That would be so good. Oh. Some of that juice in the dirty martini.
Dump that in there. Dump that in there. All right.
All right. What have we got? Oh, this is kind of an interesting one. So moving into kind of the more functional sphere, although these really were functional as well. This was one that also showed at Newtopia Now.
Yeah.
I like to say, oh, hi, but I don't know if that's the name of just, oh, hi. It's organic, and this is hydrogen sparkling water. So hydrogen-infused sparkling water. And what does it do?
What does it do?
I don't know, because I don't have my glasses.
High drinkability with low acidity. Also adds magnesium to keep you feeling calm and confident. So it's magnesium infused.
Yeah, it's really light. Kind of reminds me of the flavor of a well-known flavored sparkling water that's been around. Yeah, refreshing.
Yes.
You got my reference.
Yeah, I like that something that's functional but super mild in flavor. Yeah.
Speaking of mild, I've always liked these heywell functional beverages because they tend to have a really mild flavor. And if I'm not mistaken, not much sweetener, if any. Let's just pretend I can read it. So this is one for hydrate. So this is caffeinated with adaptogens, herbs, and antioxidants. Should we try it?
Let's try it. And you said you've tried some before, and is this a new product?
This is a new one.
Okay. So adaptogens, we're still seeing a lot of adaptogens in functional beverages. Something interesting we've been talking about, obviously the tariffs on everyone's mind, but a lot of the ingredients, especially in functional beverages, do come from China. So that'll be interesting to see companies that are using China-sourced ingredients in beverages in particular to figure out where are they going to get those ingredients now? Are they going to continue sourcing from China? So I don't know which of these products and companies sources from China, but my guess would be many of the ones that are making a functional benefit claim do. So,
and I will say just about this product and so many others that are on the table and that we've seen is that energy is really one of those key attributes that people are looking for. So good stuff. So energy, and not necessarily from coffee. So people are looking at these other sources of energy. They want to stay energetic, but they don't want to have the jitters. So this one has schisandra. It has L-theanine, a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. How do you like it?
I like it. What is the sweetener in here? I do. It's a little sweet, I think.
It is a little bit sweet. Is it fruit?
Your face.
Stevia?
Yeah.
It's very mild stevia, though.
Yeah, but you definitely get it. This is a sweeter beverage for sure. But overall, and I think you're right. And this one is caffeinated. So it has caffeine in it and then also has adaptogens, herbs. Okay, I missed that. I think I was in my tasting mode.
Speaking of energy, here's another one.
Can I just say you're the queen of transitions to the...
So this one is just so pretty.
Gorgeous packaging, and you were telling me a little bit and showing me all of the packages are really beautiful, and they are all functional, right?
Yes, and all of the flavors are based on their yuzu, honey, there's cherry blossom. They're all functional. This one actually has Amuse postbiotic, so it has postbiotic, but it's also for energy.
I think we're seeing a postbiotic trend.
What do you think is postbiotic?
Post, what comes next?
Yeah, what comes next?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Like-
The Expo West. That's interesting.
Oh, it's sweet.
It says gently caffeinated. So
Yeah.
I think that's something like, I don't feel like that necessarily took off a ton in the alcohol space, like the like low alcohol. But we could see more of that in caffeine because I think people want a little bit of a boost but don't want the same amount of caffeine that comes in coffee, for example.
Yeah.
So this is from green tea, but I think how they're positioning that is interesting.
Yeah. I do find it very sweet.
It's sweet, yeah.
And it does have that sugar substitute flavor, which some people love, some people don't mind at all. It's not for me.
Yeah.
But
I don't love a sweet. I'm more on like the kind of like
acidic,
like tanginess and then herbaceous. However, this yerba mate,
brand new product from Guayaki.
brand new product. It's called Cherry Jubilation. So this, I remember this being pretty tart, but we'll have to give it a try. So obviously, they've been such a pioneer in the mate category. I remember years ago, I like wrote an article where I got off coffee and started drinking yerba mate instead. And so of course it was
How'd it go?
Well, it was good.
Back on coffee. Did I ever tell you about how my very first year judging the NEXTY Awards, I hadn't been at New Hope very long. We were doing the NEXTY beverage category, and this is a disgusting story.
I'm sure the setup.
There was a giant, it wasn't a spittoon, nobody was spitting in it, but they were pouring the dregs of all of them. This would have been your worst
Oh,
nightmare.
I know where this is going.
And I drank from it accidentally. Because it was in a cup, like a normal cup, like the ones we were using. It was traumatic. But it was fine.
So I like that they're innovating, and I like that they've created a whole market for this ingredient and now bringing something new. Do you remember about the story and kind of what they were telling, what they wrote to us about the new or the brand extension, I guess?
I don't. And I do, but I do know, of course, that it has that same integrity and sustainability that Guayaki is known for, working with farmers, protecting the Amazon rainforest. And I think this is fabulous. It has a very cherry Coke feel to it.
It does.
So I think this is really throwing their hat in the ring for those soda or pop substitutes.
Yeah, I agree. And it makes yerba mate feel kind of more palatable to people and like more relatable. And they're certified B Corp, which is great. They've been doing a lot in regenerative agriculture in addition to being USDA organic. So it is interesting. They do not have Guayaki on their can.
I know.
Anymore.
But it's so recognized. I mean, my niece came to the office last week and she was like, oh my God. And she was so excited that they had a new product. So I gave her one.
Should we try an NA?
Yeah.
Free AF whiskey ginger.
Yes. This is, I think, their newest flavor. And it's really good.
Period.
Please proceed to opening it. One of the things that we've talked about a lot in the NA category is just how sweet so many of the products are. A lot of those substitutes, they really rely on sugar to kind of create that experience. So I can't remember specifically with this one. Now, this company does talk about a patented ingredient called Afterglow that's supposedly going to mimic the feeling of alcohol. But I have never been able to figure out what Afterglow is or what's in it.
Try this. What it actually is. Yeah. I do not know.
I think this is fantastic.
A match-mated mixology heaven with our non-alcoholic whiskey ginger is smoky and zesty AF. I think this really is convincing.
Yes, it does taste like a whiskey
and
ginger.
I don't know what that is, but the afterglow is real. It like burns, like a little, but in a good,
I think it is fabulous.
So we have no idea what's in this product, but it's good.
Yeah, and pretty. So this is a fun one. This is tea. Sauvignon Blanc tea.
So cute. I love the label, and I only buy wine based on the label anyways, so may as well move that into the MA series. Like any amateur wine teacher.
Let me serve you.
Thank you. Okay, so tell me about this product because I'm so intrigued. It doesn't look like anything else that I've seen.
Well, it's really curious because, of course, it's getting into that kind of premium NA space.
Yeah.
But the ingredients are Sauvignon Blanc grapes, natural Korean Junjak green tea, and pretty much that's it. So it's the grapes and the tea combining. It is an NEXTY finalist. It's low sugar. I think it has that Sauvignon Blanc grape kind of aroma when you first take it into your mouth. And then it does have like a very nice kind of bitter, dry end on it that could be kind of like tannic. So I think that combination feels like it's getting there to, approximate a tea or a wine.
And I think this
is interesting.
I think it definitely could be an example of like, it's new to me. This flavor profile is new. It truly does taste like a blend of wine and tea, which is not something I've experienced in alcohol or NA. So might just take a little bit of getting used to, at least for me. But I love the branding, the positioning, and I do think this like wine meets tea movement, not a movement, a small trend. And it's not movement status, yes. Interesting, okay? Interesting, potentially disruptive, yes.
And I like this little call out they have on the side of the bottle that says joy is contagious.
And I don't know what's going to happen with the NA wine space. I think there's been a lot of acknowledgement that there's much improvement that needs to be made to get people on board. So that's one we'll be watching.
Yeah. Should we try this last NA?
Yes.
So this is from Mocktail Club. They've been an exhibitor at Expo. It's a well-known, kind of one of the pioneering canned mocktail brands, I would say. This is a new one called Bali Breeze. Coconut, lychee, and lemongrass.
Okay, I love this.
You do?
Oh my goodness. I love that coconut flavor. You said coconut, right?
Yes,
because I'm getting so much coconut and lemongrass. I just love this. I feel like I'm on a beach somewhere. I think it's so delicious. I'm curious how much sugar it has in it.
It is pretty
Okay, total sugar is 11. I don't think that's terribly offensive. And it's agave and monk fruit sweetened.
I like it, actually. My first impression was kind of like, oh my God, Hawaiian Tropic. Like that. Like
As was
coconut.
mine, but mine was like, oh my God, Hawaiian Tropic.
I love you. Yeah, I like it.
I'm just gonna be over here sipping.
Yeah, I'm over here sipping this jalapeno limeade.
Yeah, I like that we both just sort of like.
You got a lot on your side.
Okay, let's try this because I'm intrigued by this.
Okay.
So it's Italian sparkling beverage with adaptogens. So I just haven't seen that combination of
I think they're called adaptogens.
What's the name of this company? I can't really.
Well, that's why I didn't pull it out to try because I didn't know. Fanky? So Fanky. Oh, that Afterglow is really hitting me hard. Let me tell you.
I do have to say I'm feeling a little something.
I am too.
And I think that, we've been talking about how we believe functional is the future in many ways of this category because people have historically drank alcohol because of an experience, a feeling. And so the NA beverages that are delivering an experience through functional benefits, whether that be energy or relaxation or all of the things that we're feeling right now, because I don't know what it is, some combination. But clearly we are drinking a lot of beverages that are making us feel
It's making me giggle. Okay, I'm going to say something crazy. My first impression was that it kind of tasted like soup, but now not anymore.
Okay, well, I can't say I'm getting notes of soup from this. I do think that a lot of these things are just like unusual. Like I'd never tasted this before. I really like it a lot. Can you tell me what's in there?
I can't.
Okay. Ashwagandha, mushrooms, vegetable juice for the color. It is sweetened with cane sugar and has 14 grams, including 13 grams of sugar. So, yeah, fruit and vegetable juice, green tea. So green tea, mushroom, ashwagandha, mango juice, and pear juice, and a few other things. I mean, I really like this. It is a little high on the sugar for me, but I think it's good.
Let's try this. Let's try the Watermelon Aid. This is their new line. So obviously they had the Watermelon Aid, but this is the ultra hydrating line. And they have lemonade, they have limeade. The limeade, I believe, is the NEXTY finalist, has electrolytes. And I like it. It's just such a clean product.
And electrolytes, hydration, definitely big. And we're seeing like blended products like hydration with gut health. I don't think that this particular product makes those additional claims, but we are seeing kind of those crossover multi-benefit products.
I love the flavor. It's super tart, salty.
Ooh, okay.
Isn't that
this
good?
is right up my alley.
I think it's fantastic.
This is one. I think this might be my favorite.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So, and the ingredient list is fantastic. It's just watermelon juice, strawberry puree, filtered water, lemon juice, cacao juice.
A great hydration product.
Sea salt. I love that sea salt, the little saltiness. Oh,
Kick.
Have you ever put salt on watermelon slices? It's
I put,
so good.
it's like a, yes, I put tahini on my watermelon. All right, well, we are hydrated thoroughly.
Energetic.
But also like
Shaky.
a little nervous, but
Calm.
We're a lot of things right now. We tried so many beverages, tons of innovation. I can't wait to see what we see at Expo West.
Really fun.
Okay,
rate, subscribe.
Yes, to The Naturalist. And we'll see you next week for our special Natural Products Expo West Trends episode. We can't wait.